So good morning, everyone. I think everyone we have here is in Asia, so it is morning for us all. I'm very happy to welcome you and thank you for your support in boosting your own immune system, but also doing this for the planet. There's a lot of information around about this coronavirus. There's a lot of misinformation around it. I don't have a personal opinion on this, and this isn't about personal opinions. I believe we will never know the truth of this, but I do think that it's here for a very, very good reason, and it's bringing people like us together to create healthier spaces in the world, to bring awareness, to open hearts. And so that's what this is all about. When we do these releases, we're going to do them for ourselves, we're going to do it for the collective of the group, and we're going to do it for the planet. The information that's going around about what we should do and what we shouldn't do, there's two things that keep coming through. One is wash your hands, well, I'm sure we're all doing that a million times a day. But the other one is to keep your immune system up to scratch. We all know that stress, anxiety, tension, and anything similar to that, whether it's ours or whether we're in the company of other people with that, is going to affect us and consequently affect our immune systems. With fast track technique, I'm going to calibrate and find out where your immune systems are. I use muscle testing, Kathy, which is, I use the O-ring. So when I say my name is Jazz, that holds strong. And when I say my name is Kathy, it goes weak. So it indicates a yes or a no. This isn't rocket science. Millions of people use it. And I'm able to use it on behalf of you guys here to access your subconscious programming. I'm not making it up, and what I do is not magic. And most of the people here understand this. But if you've got specific questions or concerns, do shout up, because I'll be throwing a lot of stuff at you for a first time. Best thing is just to trust and see how you feel. All right. So the question is, coronavirus, whatever that is, am I being part of the problem, or am I going to be part of the solution? All right. Each one of you here, you are part of the solution. So as much as you put your intentions into this, love, compassion, whatever feels right for you, do it, and know that the more you give, the more you put in, is you being part of the solution. Where I'm coming from with Fast Track is, how is that going to work? I have no idea, all right? But I don't think it's about being connected to the how. The how is restricting. I don't know how to be part of the solution, but I'm opening up my creative self, and here we are. So we are part of the solution now. So is there anybody here that is in a rush to get off? Because I will do it in, I will do this in order. I'm going to calibrate each of your immune systems. So if anybody is in a rush or can't stay for the full hour, give me a shout and we'll do you first. All right, okay, so let's, oh, yes, Aga.
Yeah, I could go first, as my daughter is always waiting for me to play with her.
After as well.
Okay, so we'll go Aga, Kathy. And also, when we do this, if you have, as Aga has a daughter, or there's people that you're concerned about, we'll include them, you can include them in the release. So before we start, I want you to consider, yes, this is about coronavirus, but what aspect of coronavirus is affecting you? Okay. Is it isolation? Are you worried about your own health? Is your concern around dying? Is your concern for specific others? Is it about your job? Is it about money? Is it about your employees? So to lump it together as coronavirus is pretty global, which is what this is. But if we think about it from our own personal perspective, we're going to get a bigger range of topics or issues to work with, and I think it will be more beneficial. All right, so Aga, let's go with you. So your what would you say yours is? Stress, anxiety, tension, nervousness, fear. What is the emotion that you think you're working with?
From very like if I'm not looking from a global perspective, but just me, the things that I'm worried are the first thing, how isolation gonna affect my daughter in the long term, as she's 3.5, stuck in apartment for 2 weeks now. So the frustration is high, and she's already starting to have very new, a bit unacceptable behaviors.
Is that her frustration or yours?
I think it's her, and I think that the biggest thing that she is dealing with is seeing me next to her all day and not being able to play with me as I'm working online. Yeah. So, you know, the kids this age, they believe that we can do whatever we want. We are kind of gods. We can just...
And she'll be used to you staying up when you're at home at the weekends, devoting her time to you. So it's a total different shift for her. All right. Okay. What's your daughter's name? Can you remind me, please, Aga?
Zuzia. Susanna.
All right.
Yes, okay. I'm talking about you.
What?
Hello, Susanna. How are you?
Wanna come say hi?
What?
Come say hi.
Who?
Ciao, Auntie. She's getting on the table.
Oh, hello. Hi. I love your new kittens. They're gorgeous. I think I'll come.
Where the kittens are?
Come across and get one. All right, okie dokie. So let's start. So is Aga's immune system functioning more than 50%? No, 40, yes. 40 to 45, 45, 46, 47%. Let's find out, is Susanna's immune system functioning more than 50, 60, 70, 80, 70 to 75, 75, 76, 77. All right. So isn't that interesting? So taking on the responsibility, the obligation, no judgment, but you know, just thinking she's going to be worse off than you are. You know what they say on the airline? Put on the mask first, all right, and then you can be more helpful to others. All right. So, I think it's appropriate to take everybody's immune system first now, because each time we do a release, it's going to reduce. So, Kathy, is Kathy's immune system more than 50, more than 40, more than 30, 30 to 35, 35, 36, 37? Grania.
Is it real or 50?
More than 50?
It's real.
More than 60, 50 to 55, 55, 56, 57. Loretta, more than 50, more than 40, 40 to 45, 45, 46, 47. Elaine, more than 50, more than 40, 40 to 45, 45, 46, 47. Maureen, she's already releasing some stuff there. Maureen, more than 50, 40, 30. Oh, you naughty girl. 30 to 35, 35, 36, 37. And this isn't about her, is it? All right. All right, so Susie. More than 50, more than 40, 40 to 45, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. And, oh, Marianne's there. Hi, Marianne.
Hi.
Marianne is the lady that does all this amazing work with the cows and rescues animals all over the place. Is Marianne's immune system functioning more than 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 80 to 85, 85, 86, 87? You're the winner so far, Marianne. Marianne has been instrumental in helping me work with this skin cancer issue that I'm on the other side of now. And she knows a lot of stuff. And the lady with the name that is in Russian or whatever it is, more than 50, I'm going to call you Anna, because it looks...
It is.
All right, more than 50, 40, 30, 30 to 35, 35, 36, 37. And I'm going to put Jazz in here. Is Jazz immune system more than 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 94, 93, 92? Now I've been working on this along with Marianne, and I'm doing a lot of work on DNA. So I'm on a daily basis playing with this. Have we got everybody? Okie dokie. All right, so let's start with Aga. So Aga's is, she thinks it's frustration, and it's about isolation for her daughter. Her daughter's called Susanna. So is there something of significance we can release for Aga that will reduce this frustration situation with her daughter, coronavirus, and increase her immune system? Easy. Is it card number 1? Line number 1, line number 2. Just for those that aren't familiar with Fast Track, I have a set of cards here. They're laid out in a pyramid, line number 1, 2, and 3. Although you can't see them, your higher self knows totally what these are about, and I will show you the cards as we reach the specific one. So we're on line number 2. Is it family? No. Is it birth and womb? No. Is it inherited? Yes. There are 2 inherited cards. Inherited 1. Okay. Is this inherited on her mother's side? Father's side? Where's, oh, okay. Father's side, more than 1 generation, more than 2 generations, more than 5, more than 10, 10, 9, 8, 8 generations. On your father's side, do we need to know more? All right, what do you think that is, Aga, that you've inherited from your father going back 8 generations?
Not so sure, to be honest.
It's something around obligation and worry, responsibility, that kind of stuff.
It might be a little bit around fear, but keeping it safe.
Responsibility, family responsibility. All right. Okay, so this is the card. So if you happen to have a crystal or a magnet close to hand, that's great. If you haven't, use your fingers, bring them to the bridge of your nose, and bring it over the top of your head, down to the base of your neck. and repeat what I say. For Aga, we're going back 8 generations. You're going to have something. It will go back exactly where you need it to go to. So don't worry about saying the wrong words. So Aga, you do this with me. Everybody else, just say this out loud and keep your microphones off. Here we go. I fast track the release
I fast track the release
of all inherited
of all inherited
responsibility,
responsibility,
family responsibility,
family responsibility,
obligation,
obligations,
and burden,
and burden.
going back 8 generations
Going back 8 generations
on my father's side.
on my father's side.
I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
I forgive everyone,
I forgive everyone involved.
and I release this from every cell in my body,
And I release this from every cell in my body,
along with all frustration and worry,
along with all the frustration and worry.
and I replace it with,
And I replace it with
what do you think would be useful, Aga?
safe, acceptance, love, and being present.
It is safe for me to let go
It is safe for me to let go
and to allow myself
and to allow myself
to accept this situation
to accept this situation
for myself and my daughter.
for myself and future.
Now,
Now,
right, okay. So let's find
Thank
out
you.
Aga's immune system increased from 47, more than 70, 80, 70 to 75, 75, 76. It's gone up to 77. And your daughter's the same, 77. So good news there. All right. Kathy. All right. So what's your main concern around what's going on?
The loneliness, being far from home has been very difficult.
Sorry, could you speak a little bit closer to the microphone?
Sorry. Yes, being far from everybody, being far from New York is difficult because that's home. My boyfriend is in the Philippines, and so he isn't going to be able to be here for another month with me. So that's also a bit sad. Yeah, I've been struggling with the sadness. I think a lot of it. I'm okay being alone, but not so much inside. I think the isolation is difficult. To not even be really around people outside has been hard for me. So I did not sleep very well last night. So that might account for the immune system being a little bit low. So.
All right. Okay, so I'm just muscle testing. Is it sadness? Is it isolation? No, it's not. So let's find out. And this is what's so great about Fast Track. Fast Track will go in. It will go beyond where the mind thinks the problem is. And as human beings, what we like to do is to identify a situation, say, well, that's what it's about. Put it in that box, and we can worry about that box. So Fast Track is super cool. It will go to what is more specific, which doesn't mean to say you're not feeling sadness or isolated, but it means that there's something else going on. And that something else that's going on has probably, for all of us, been going on since before coronavirus. So let's find out, is it something for Kathy? Yeah, is it card number 1? Line number 1, line number 2, family, birth and womb, inherited, karmic, outer resonance. 2 cards there, outer resonance 1, outer resonance 2. So there's 2 ways this can go. Is it around separation? Is it around an emotion? Yes. Is it a current emotion? These specific emotions, Kathy, are not general emotions. They're very deep emotions that we've been carrying probably most of our life, or even we brought them in with us for whatever reason. I won't go too deeply into that, but let's find out. There's only about 5 of them. Is it sadness? Is it sorrow? Is it grief? Is it anything else? Oof. Is it from this lifetime? No. Is it located in a specific place in Kathy's body? Yes. Is it above the waist? Is it below the waist? Is it in the lower body? Is it in the legs? So this is grief. And you're carrying it in your lower torso. It is yours, but you brought it, but it's come in with you. So you don't really know life without this grief. Let's shift it. And of course, that will make things like isolation and separation from your boyfriend more difficult, because then you're stuck, you're left with this grief, and you've got to, it's like, hey, Kathy, let me go. So we're going to let it go now. So anybody else that is connecting to grief or something that you're holding on to, just give yourself permission to let this go. Say this with me, Kathy. I fast track the release.
I fast track the release
Of all grief.
of all grief.
Being remembered in my lower torso.
Being remembered in my lower torso.
That I've had throughout my life.
That I've had throughout my life.
Before conception.
Before conception.
And any other times.
And any other times.
I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
For doing this to me.
For doing this to me.
And I now choose.
And I now choose.
To release and separate myself.
To release and separate myself.
From this grief.
From this grief.
The grieving.
The grieving.
And anything that's separating me.
And anything that's separating me.
From life.
From life.
Love.
Love.
And wellness.
Wellness.
It is safe for me to let this go.
It is safe for me to let this go.
Now.
Woo.
Welcome to Fast Track. Did we release that? Is there anything else for Kathy? Okay, so let's see what that did to your immune system. More than 37, more than 50, 60, 70, 80,
Wow.
90, 80 to 85, 85, 86, 87, 88.
Wow.
And that's releasing something that you had no idea you even had.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just see how that works out for you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Grania. What's your main point of concern around this, Grania?
Funny you should ask. I was just thinking there, what was I going to say? Yeah, I suppose there's fear. I'm on my own. Fear of being, getting sick and being on my own. I also have fear for my mother and my family in Ireland. And yeah, just the unknown of how long it's going to be for, and the fact that I'm literally on my own in this small little condo. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Woo! Where do you feel that fear in your body? Anywhere in particular?
I feel it in my chest. Yeah, I feel it in my heart.
Heart. Okay. 0 to 10.
Well, I'm working on it. So I suppose I'm thinking now. So 10 would be really fearful, is it? So I suppose 8.
Oof. All right. Okay, let's see what we can do. Is there something that we can release for Grania that's been remembered in our heart connected to fear of the unknown? Is it card number 1, line number 1, line number 2? Family, birth and womb, inherited, karmic, outer resonance 1, outer resonance 2. So this is Kathy or similar to Kathy. It goes two ways. Is it connected to separation? Yes. Emotions. Is this from this lifetime? No. Is it karmic? Whoa! Oh, this is big. Is this separation from family? Does it go back more than one past life? More than three? 3, 2. Is it specific family members? Can we release this? Okay, so Fast Track is not so bothered about the story, just enough details so that we know what we're doing. So this is going back 2 past lives, which is interesting, connected to some form of separation between yourself and your family, those 2 lifetimes ago, and it's remembered in your heart. So let's see if we can let that go for you. All right. Okay. I fast track the release
I fast track the release
of all past life separation,
of all past life separation,
going back 2 past lives,
going back 2 past lives,
between myself and my family,
between myself and my family,
brought into this lifetime
brought into this lifetime
for clearing.
for clearing.
I forgive myself
I forgive myself
for any karmic events,
for any karmic events,
situations,
situations,
contracts,
contracts,
and I now choose
and I now choose
for all separation
all separation
to be finished in this lifetime.
to be finished in this lifetime.
As I connect more deeply,
As I connect more deeply,
in the right way for the right reasons,
in the right way for the right reasons,
with my family.
with my family.
This karmic event
This karmic event
and situation
and situation
is now complete.
is now complete.
And I look forward to seeing the evidence of this.
And I look forward to seeing the evidence of this
within my condo,
within my condo,
within my heart,
within my heart,
everywhere, every day.
everywhere.
Now.
Oh, I've lost the button. Anyway, now. Sorry.
Now, yes, now.
Sorry, it just fell. Oh, there it is. Sorry, now. Whew.
Okay, so just check in with that feeling in your heart. It felt like an 8. What does it feel like now?
Oh, I just feel really sad, but I'll be okay. Yeah,
All
I'll
right.
tell you this, but I'll be okay.
All right, so Ronya's immune system was 57, more than 60, 70, 80, 90, 98, 97, 98, 97, 96.
Oh my God, I'm cured.
Not much to do with coronavirus, right?
No, definitely not. Thank you so much, Jazz. Yeah, really.
Pleasure. Keep an eye on your heart and how that feels. All right, let us know at the end.
Thank you.
All right, is there anybody that needs to take off?
I'm gonna take off, Jazz. Thank you.
All
so
right.
much.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
All right.
Have a lovely day, guys. Bye.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right. Maureen, what's your main concern?
Well, my immune system is not good. I'm I'm coughing and my lungs are not going well and it's not going better. Main concern, yes, disease, but my team without any social support, my company, which is a big mess right now, people I love who are getting sick, my team getting sick, yeah, all of that mess.
So everywhere, right? Everything.
Yeah, a lot of
All right.
concerns in many places.
So here's a question for everybody. So worrying and about all of this, what good is that doing for us?
Yeah, nothing for sure.
Nothing. All right. So again, you know, am I being part of the problem or part of the solution?
Yeah.
There is nothing wrong with being happy. And what I'm doing now is I'm playing happy music at least once a day to dance around and to distract myself. As I say, in Chiang Mai, we are affected also very deeply by this pollution, and it's a killer. It's like, you know, we're eating dirt. It's awful. And I think for me, I don't know about Grania and Loretta, but this constant pollution is a reminder of the coronavirus. I am not concerned about coronavirus for myself. I'm not going to get it. I just know that. But this constant pollution makes me feel sick a lot of the time, or under par, let's say. So you know, just doing anything that will brighten up your day, play music, and dance. And well, you dance a lot, huh? Has your dancing been stopped there in Phuket now? Those
Socially, but I'm not stopping to dance.
all right, okay, maybe you can do as a video.
Okay, maybe.
All right, is there something of significance we can release for Maureen connected to her worry about her team and everyone around her? Yeah. Is it card number 1, line number 1, line number 2? Family, birth and womb, inherited, karmic, outer resonance. So interesting. Outer resonance 1, outer resonance 2. Is this separation? Is this an emotion? Is this Maureen's emotion? Is this emotion connected to, is the emotion from her team? Is this solely Maureen's emotion? Okay, is it from this lifetime? Is it sadness? Is it sorrow? Is it anything else? So within those emotions, it can be sadness or sorrow, which is kind of like two sides of the same coin. Fear, grief, overwhelm, and confusion. Okay, so what you've got, so although we're saying fear, what you actually have is deep sorrow, which is yours, and which is yours. And what we will do as human beings, we will distract ourselves from our own stuff. We've got the time to investigate our own stuff. But what we do is we go and put our noses into somebody else's stuff. And it isn't to say not to be concerned about our business, but the main business at this moment for us all is to keep ourselves safe, well, and happy. And then our teams, our colleagues, the work thing is all going to work out, put on. So for you is to release the sorrow for yourself, and your team will feel that anyway, and your family. So let's find out, is this above the waist, below the waist? Is it internal? Well, so this is something that you feel in many, many parts of your body. It's not isolated to one place. Are you ready to let that go?
Yes, please.
Okay. So we're going to bring in the big guns here. We've got the body because that's where it is. This is the sorrow. And these are all the old vibrations of the stories that we are holding, that you are holding, connected to that sorrow. We're going to kick them out. Ready?
Yes.
I fast track the release
I fast track the release
of all sorrow,
of all sorrow,
being remembered in my body,
being remembered in my body,
connected to old stories
connected to old stories,
and the vibrations of those,
and the vibrations of those,
perceived or real.
perceived or real.
I forgive myself
I forgive myself
for holding on to these
for holding on to these
for any reason.
for any reason.
And I now choose
And I now choose
to release these to the light
to release these to the light
for myself,
for myself,
my health, wealth,
my health, wealth,
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 and happiness.
and happiness.
I do this for my team,
I do this for my team,
my family,
my family,
for everybody. Just think about all those other people that you want to release this for. And I allow myself
and I allow myself
to be the light.
to be the light.
Now,
Now,
I'm just going to add this. It is safe, right, and good
it is safe, right, and good
for me to release this sorrow
for me to release this sorrow
right now.
right now. Thank you so much.
Is Marine's immune system, which was 37, quite low, more than 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 96, 97, 97, 90, 96?
Wow, thank you.
Elaine, what's your main concern?
I think for me, I easily got influenced by my husband and my family members because they keep emphasize how dangerous the situation is, and they try to persuade me not go out, not go to park, just stay at home, eat at home. And slowly, I start to feel a little bit of fear and anxious by their words and by their emotion.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Anybody else here experiencing that? Right. Yeah. Yes. So it's not you that's concerned, Elaine. It's more that you're being influenced, the concern of your husband and their drama and stuff. Yeah. Right. Oof. Okay. I have no idea what we're going to do about that, but let's find out. All right. Is it card number 1, line number 1, line number 2? Family, birth and womb, inherited, inherited 1, inherited 2. Elaine does a lot of fast track, so she knows exactly where this card's going to take her. So this is an archetype. There are 4 archetypes. There's the victim, the saboteur, the prostitute, and aspects of child. What do you think it is, Elaine? Which one? There might be more than one.
Victim or saboteur, maybe.
All right, okay, let's find out. Is it victim? Is it saboteur? Is it anything else? Okay, so it's the saboteur. Okay, is Elaine sabotaging herself? No. Is she allowing herself to be sabotaged by other people? Do we need to know more? Yes, so we need another card. Is it... All right, so it's your victim, is your remaining victim that is allowing them to sabotage you. So, I mean, how cool would it be that if you could release the victim and you be the energy that changes them? How would that be?
That would be fantastic.
All right, you up for it? Okay, so let's find out. Does victim have an age? Yes, is this Elaine's victim? Is the victim more than 6 years old? No, 6, 5, 4, 3. So she's 3. In fast track, 3 is a very significant age. We take on lots of beliefs. We're told don't, stop, be careful. We're told all this kind of stuff. I won't go into that now, but this is a perception that you will have got age 3 that put you in victim, and now you are allowing those people, your family, to sabotage you or to sabotage your victim, because your victim wants to be right and the victim wants to remain a victim. Don't take this personally, it's all programming. All right. Maureen, this is specifically for you as well. And this lady, the blonde hair, what's your name?
Hi, Melina.
Sorry?
Alina.
Alina. Have I met you before, Alina?
Yeah, once. Yeah, I
Where?
remember you. There was a Mind and Spirit Festival or something like that. It's called in Chiang Mai.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, all right, okay. So this is for you as well. Specifically, everybody will get something out of this, but it's specifically for Elaine. You'll do the release with me, and Maureen and Alina, pay attention because this is a big deal for you too. All right. I fast-tracked the release
I fast-tracked the release
of all 3-year-old victim
of all 3-year-old victim
and all the limitations
and all the limitations
that I put on myself,
that I put on myself,
connected to my 3-year-old self.
connect to my 3-year-old self.
I forgive that part of me,
Forgive that part of me,
and I give her permission
and I give her permission
to step up
to step up
from being sabotaged
from being sabotaged
and to be part of the solution
and to be part of the solution
than the problem.
than the problem.
It is time
It is time
for me to step up
for me to step up
and to use everything that I know
and to use everything that I know
to change the vibration,
to change the vibration
the fear
of fear
for myself,
for myself,
my husband,
my husband,
and family.
and family.
I do this for the planet.
I do this for the planet
Now.
now.
Do you want to add anything to that, Elaine? Woo!
I feel good. I just want to add that I won't allow the other people to overpower me with their fear and their anxiety.
It is time
It is time
for me to release all human beingness
for me to release all human beingness
that no longer serves me
that no longer serves me
in this coronavirus situation.
in this coronavirus situation.
And I open myself
And I open myself
to being the solution.
to being the solution
Now.
now. Feels much stronger.
And don't forget your grounding protocol. Do you know the grounding protocol?
No, what is that?
Okay, I'll send it to you. It's using the sway test, but you know, and I can send it to all of you if you want to. You need to be able to do the sway test, but you can protect yourself from negative energy. You're not protecting yourself from people, but you're protecting yourself from the negative energy which is out there. All right, so what's happened to Elaine's immune system? It was 47, 87, 97, 90, 97, 98, 99, 99, 98%.
Wow. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, yeah. You know, I am the solution. I am the solution. I have the solution. I am the solution now. Susie. What is your concern?
Okay, well, I mean, this just happened today, honestly, this morning. All of a sudden, I got hit with this overwhelm. I mean, overwhelm after communicating with some people in America about the disaster that's happening in America, that kind of thing. So it's just so interesting. I mean, it just like hit me this morning
Okay, and where do you feel that overwhelm?
in my chest.
What does it feel like?
Tight, constricted.
0 to 10.
Maybe 8.
Okay, and what do you want to do with that overwhelm?
I want to send it back, and basically send it to the light or to the earth. I want to move it on from me. Send it to the light.
Yourself and everyone connected
Yeah,
to that.
yeah, yeah.
All right. Okay. All right.
From everyone, yes, of course, yes.
Well, that should
Remove
be
it from
easy.
everyone.
All right. Is there something of significance? Is there something of significance we can release for Susan that will reduce this tight in her chest? Yeah. Is the tight in her chest overwhelm? Okay. Is it current overwhelm? Yes. Is it card number 1, line number 1, line number 2? Family, birth and womb, inherited. Karmic, outer resonance 1, outer resonance 2. So it's interesting how this card keeps coming up for many of us. And it is the emotion of overwhelm. And it's not your overwhelm. You're feeling it, but you've taken it on, Susan, from other people. Do we need to know more? Yes, we do. Card number 1, line number 1, line number 2. Family, birth and womb, inherited 1, inherited 2. All right. So this is an archetype. Which one do you think it is?
I think it's prostitute.
Okay, it is, yes. Does prostitute have a age? So this is current, and prostitute, for everyone there, is a program or a trait, we all have it, that comes up from time to time, and it's all around lack of self-worth, selling yourself short, undervaluing yourself, and allowing people to do that to you. So what Susan has done is she's allowed herself, let's say, not consciously, but she's allowed herself to let other people's stuff come in. So they got overwhelmed, she now has it. And it's connected to a, I say, being over in service to people, Susan? There's one thing about being in service, but
So, yeah,
it's about being in service to people. We can be in service, but we're not a dumping ground.
yes, yes. And for me, Jazz, it's related to somehow feeling responsible, or like I should be doing something out there for them, that kind of thing.
Right,
Feeling like,
okay. So I don't know if you've noticed, Susan, but you have been doing stuff out there.
Yes.
I've seen
Yes,
the
I have.
videos. So get over it. As Maureen said to me, maybe it's time to have a rest, Jazz. All right, so let's listen to some of our own advice. Maureen, this is also for you. Alina, it's for you. Marianne, it's definitely for you. Oh, it's for all of us. All right. So this is to listen to what the advice we give to others is to take it on for ourselves. I fast track the release
I fast track the release
of all prostitute programming.
of all prostitute programming.
Connected to taking on
Taking on
overwhelm
overwhelm
from other people.
from other people.
I forgive myself for doing this to me,
I forgive myself for doing this to me,
and I now choose
and I now choose
to detach and separate
to detach and separate
from other people's emotions,
from other people's emotions,
beliefs,
beliefs,
fears,
fears,
and anything else
and anything else
that no longer serves me.
that no longer serves me.
I choose
I choose
to care without carrying.
to care without carrying.
I am enough,
I am enough,
exactly as I am.
exactly as I am.
I do enough.
I do enough.
I have enough.
I have enough.
And anything that does not support this,
And anything that does not support this,
I surrender to the light.
I surrender to the light.
It is safe, right, and good
It is safe, right, and good
for me to take care of me
for me to take care of me
now.
now.
What happened to that tightness in your chest?
You know, I'm just looking for it. I'm just looking for it. Maybe there's a little bit left, but not much. Generally, it's not there. In general, it's not there.
You can see that. Your face changed.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Jess.
All right, so Susie's immune system was 49, more than 80, 90, 98, 99. Woo! We have a winner, 100. So everybody's immune system's going up all the time. All right, so Loretta. Okay, I'll come back. All right, okay. So Marianne, are you still there?
I'm here.
All right, cool. So what's your, well, okay, I think I know what your main concern is, but would you like to share what your main concern is? And it may or may not be about coronavirus.
Yes, I have no fear about the virus. My main concern is pollution. It pains me around my heart when I see the forest burn. I cry for Mother Earth, and that's my main concern.
And what would you like to do about that, Marianne?
I would like to release the tightness around my heart.
Tightness.
Yes, whenever I think about Mother Earth, I just cry. My insides cry. I can't stand to see the forest burn.
Okay. That tightness around your heart on a scale of 0 to 10.
Last night it was a 10,
And now?
an 8.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. So this is huge, and of course Mother Earth, it's all the animals. I've noticed with this pollution, big birds, they're losing their direction, and they're crashing into my windows and hitting the ground. And I'm sure it's because, you know, they're flying around up there in this stuff and it's affecting them, and they get, you know, I don't know what happens to them. But over the last couple of weeks or so, many birds just bash, and they're big birds, and they just bash into the window and fall to the ground. And when they do that on the road, then of course they get run over. If they do that out here, if they're lucky, they can get up and go before my cats get them. But it's a big concern. I think that animals are being affected by the pollution also. So let's see what we can do for this. Is it card number 1, line number 1, line number 2? Family, birth and womb, inherited, karmic, outer resonance 1, outer resonance 2, same card. Is it emotions? Is it separation? Can we have more information? Is it a card? Is it card number 1, line number 1, line number 2, line number 3? The body, the heart, trauma. Is this cellular trauma, cellular memory? Is this Marianne's own? Is this from people, animals? Okay, so what this is saying is that what Marianne is doing is she's taking on the cellular trauma, she's taking on trauma from the animals, from what she sees on Mother Earth. She's taking the trauma into her heart. But where the danger is that she's also got cellular memory. So she's made a decision to remember the traumas in her heart. And that means that anytime she witnesses something else, it will trigger what's already there. That's why it gets worse. So it's better, it's not about, it's about caring without carrying, is to clear this and to have a more open heart and not need to remember the traumas. They don't help you, or not to remember the traumas in your body. Does that make sense, Marianne?
Yes.
All right, okay. So let's see what happens with this. And if I use any words that don't feel appropriate, Marianne, then correct them, because you know what this means to you better than I do. I fast track the release.
I fast track the release
of all tightness.
Of all tightness.
In and around my heart.
In and around my heart.
Connected to Mother Earth.
Connected to Mother Earth.
Injustice.
Injustice.
Cruelty.
Cruelty.
And all other aspects of trauma.
And all other aspects of trauma.
That I've taken into my heart.
That I've taken into my heart.
And around my heart.
And around my heart.
I release all need to remember these traumas.
I release all the need to remember these traumas.
And I send them to the light.
And I send them to the light.
For the greatest good of myself.
for the greatest good of myself,
my heart,
my heart,
Mother Earth,
Mother Earth,
and everyone and everything else
and everyone and everything else
that I've come here to serve.
that I have come here to serve.
I choose to care without carrying.
I choose to care about caring what did you say?
For the greatest good
For the greatest good
now.
now.
It is safe
It is safe
for me to let go.
for me to let go.
Do you want to add to that, Marianne?
It is safe for me to trust that Mother Earth knows what she's doing. It is safe for me to understand that I don't have to carry this alone, that Mother Earth has an innate intelligence to provide for all the animals that are being affected and all the people whose health is being affected, and for all the people who are becoming broken down in their immune system by the pollution that these fires carry, and that they may be strong and that they may overcome all of this by their will, by their strength, by their knowledge, and by the help of Fast Track. And thank you so much, Jazz. I'm trembling. Let this all be gone now.
There's another book. All right. How's that feel, Marianne?
I'm shaking. I'm shaking my whole body. And my breathing has become heavy. I will probably be releasing more of this during the day. I found 3 dead birds in my yard yesterday. One of them, a big bluebird that had nested underneath my roof with a mate, and one of them was dead this morning. And many birds, 7 different types of birds, come to my back kitchen and get water and rice every evening. I know the birds are suffering, but I also feel very happy that I'm able to provide some refuge for them here in the middle of the burning forest. And I thank and bless all the angels that are with us now. Thank you so much.
So let's remember Marianne as we do our own personal work. All right. Are you able to speak, Loretta, or shall we? Yeah, okay, all right.
Mute.
Oh, just hold on a minute. I need to do Marianne's immune system. 100%. Woohoo! All right, which particular area or areas, Loretta, are affecting you?
Firstly, is the mic working?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Fear, anxiety, panic. I'm not sure. I think it's related to isolation, because right now I haven't gone into isolation because of work. So I think, from what I can understand, is that I've been running from sitting and actually trying to release everything recently with distractions, and now I'm not going to have any distractions. So I'm going to have to do this, and I'm super resistant to whatever is coming up. Yeah, so I think it's just a lot of that. That would be my guess.
Yeah. 100%.
Great.
Yeah, and this is the perfect time for this, and of course it's the perfect time, and then the human beingness does not want to do this. It's like, no, does not want to do this, but
hell no. It's like, no, let me stay in my safety.
in all that story, all that drama, the running around. Okay, all right. So is it something of significance we can release? For Loretta, yes. Is it fear? Is it anxiety? Is it panic? Okay. Is it isolation? All right. So, of course, those things, but it's something deeper. Those things are relevant. Is it card number 1, line number 1, line number 2? Is it family, birth and womb, inherited, inherited 1, inherited 2? So it's an archetype. Is it victim? Is it saboteur? Is it the prostitute? Is it the child? Oh, does the child have an age? Is the child more than 10, more than 5? 5, 4, 3. So she's 3, Loretta. Does she have a name? Is it connected to anxiety, worry? Is it connected to abandoned, betrayed? Okay. It's connected to trauma. The cellular memory of trauma that you saw or you witnessed as age 3. Right. And again, it could be big, could be small, but it's there, and you've chosen to remember it, and that's what's needing to be let go of. It will be your perception of what happened. It's not necessarily what happened to you, but it's what you saw and how you perceived that. The subconscious doesn't say, oh no, that's not true, Loretta. If you saw something, panic, anxiety, it records it exactly as that. So let's release that and see what we can do. I fast track the release.
I fast track the release
of all 3-year-old.
Of all 3-year-old.
Traumatized child.
Traumatized child.
And all the memories.
And all the memories.
That I've chosen to hold on to.
That I've chosen to hold on to.
To keep me safe.
To keep me safe.
These memories.
These memories.
Are now keeping me stuck.
Are now keeping me stuck.
And I now choose.
And I now choose.
With love and consciousness.
Love and consciousness.
To release these.
To release these.
To the light.
To the light.
It is safe.
It is safe.
For my 3-year-old to let these go.
For my 3-year-old to let these go.
And any need to remember these traumas.
And any need to remember these traumas.
It is time.
It is time.
For me to let go.
For me to let go.
Of living my past.
Of living my past.
And to open to new possibilities.
And to open to new possibilities.
Potential.
Potential.
Now.
Now.
I release all fear.
I release all fear.
Panic.
Panic.
And anxiety.
And anxiety.
And I replace it with peace.
And I replace it with peace.
Inner peace.
Inner peace.
And self-acceptance.
And self-acceptance.
Now.
Now. Thank you.
So we've all got a 2 or a 3-year-old. So it's always good to go in there and know that That 2 or 3 year old is just doing what you programmed her to do, and she will keep doing that until you give her permission to stop. She's not fighting against you, she's just doing what you've trained her to do. So allowing her to let go and to feel safe to change. The only way she's going to feel safe to change is if you make her a priority, or that part of yourself a priority. So when you feel any of these emotions, no matter what it is go into the emotion. Easy to say, not so easy to do. But when you go into the emotion, then it can disappear. If you fight it, or you eat, or you drink, or you go on the computer, it's distracting you. What's there remains there. Go into the fear. Go into the fear, breathe into it, and it will disperse. You might cry, but it doesn't matter. I cry most days. All right, so let's see what's happened to Loretta's immune system. It's 47, 80, 90, 98, 99. We're all on the hundreds. All right. Okay, Alina. So what is the area of fear or worry, concern that you have that seems to be about coronavirus? So far, it's not been anything to do with coronavirus, has it?
Yeah, actually, it's not. It's not really coronavirus. Now I'm feeling like I can't express myself like I used to in Asia. Now I'm located in Russia, and it's really hard due to circumstances, place, and people, and vibration is totally different from Asia, and it's really hard to express my inner self and to be myself here. It's really hard.
You're in Russia now.
Yeah, and also another concern goes around the diet. The way people eat here, and the quality of food, and the way I'm eating right now. It's really destructive, and I think virus affected people here because of the diet, and not only in Russia but in America as well, in Italy and China, and it has some connection for sure.
Good point. Marianne, have you got anything to say about that?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. Diet is everything. Diet is what sustains our bodies. We have to become completely 100% conscious of everything that we take in. If it's unnatural and it doesn't sustain the body, if it doesn't nourish the body, it will contaminate your system. Processed food is disappearing off all the shelves at every shop around here, and all the whole food section is full. It doesn't make sense. And then people are running and grabbing toilet rolls. Their minds are all over the place. Your body is a healer. You are the healer. Your mind is the chemist. Your mind distributes into your system the type of chemicals, enzymes, proteins, and whatever that you need into your system to heal. But when they're getting the wrong messages from what the body is being supplied, you are getting the wrong chemicals into your body and you become toxic. Therefore, at this time, it's very important to drink lots of lemon water. Drink as much water as you possibly can, and it must be pure water. And bless your water. Your water has memory. I put my water in the sunshine for 5 minutes and let the sun send scalar wave energy into the water, and then I bless it. And I tell my water, sustain me, give me health, give me blessings, give me strength. And you can tell your water you can program your water to give you what you want. When you put lemon in your water, your system becomes balanced. It clears all the toxins out of your system. It's best to drink lukewarm lemon water first thing in the morning, about 15 minutes before you have your coffee. everything that you take in should be natural, should be organic, should be without toxins. Just program your body with your food, and that's basically it. Your diet is everything. Stress is another thing. You must to get enough sleep. Don't go to bed and lie and worry. It's better to get up and do something creative rather than use your mind and overthink.
So
Stress.
all of that is brilliant information. However,
Yes.
if you are restricted, Alina, with the foods that you can get, still do the same thing. Put love into the food, bless the food, and ask the food to do what you want it to do rather than get irritated with it. All right. So when we change ourselves, everything else can change. So if you are restricted in those ways, is to make internal responses instead of reacting. Is choose a response, and it will benefit you. Okay. So we didn't do your immune system because you were we didn't know who you were. So oh yeah, we did. Oh, 37.
Yeah, you call me Anna. Actually, it's really
Yeah.
interesting because when people don't know my name, they call me Anna. This is my second name.
Well, there you go. I'm intuitive, you know. All right, so you were 37. Let's find out what we can do for you. Is it card number 1, line number 1, line number 2, family, birth and womb, inherited, karmic? Is this past life? No. This card goes 2 ways. It goes either into past life or it goes into preconception. Preconception is the being you were before you were a human being. So that might be, you know, another dimensional being. And looking at you, Alina, you know, you're very sensitive. I would think, you know, you're some kind of alien being that you've had existences on other dimensions. But this isn't past life. There's a big difference. So this is your sensitivity. People who are extremely sensitive, and you are extremely sensitive, can tend to overreact. I say that with love and respect, more than is required because of your sense. Things mean more to you. So it's important for you to stay grounded, get yourself grounded. When you're in your body, you will be able to deal with being on this planet more easily than if you're reacting and you're coming from a head space. So let's find out what else we need. Okay, it's taken us to trauma, shock, trauma, cellular memory. All right, so this makes perfect sense. One of the reasons you're having problems expressing yourself is because of that sensitive aspect of you that speaks a different language, right? And we're learning that language, but many people don't know that language yet, Alina. So patience, you know, to accept you are different than many of the people, but you've come here on this planet, this lifetime, to be the difference. So accepting that you are different, that sometimes you don't fit in, people aren't going to get you, and it wouldn't matter how well you express yourself. If they don't want to hear what you've got to hear, they're not going to hear it. So this is an inside job, is to make friends with yourself. All right. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it sounds really close to my heart.
Of course it does. Right, let's do this. So this is for all aliens. I fast track the release.
I fast tracked and release
Of all cellular memory.
of all cellular memory.
Connected to being on this planet.
Connected to being on this planet.
Not being on this planet.
Not being on this planet.
And all unfamiliarity.
And all unfamiliarity.
That I have.
That I have.
With this dimension.
With this dimension.
I forgive my human being self.
I forgive my human being self.
I forgive all human beings.
I forgive all human beings.
And then I'll give myself permission to let go.
And I give myself permission to let go.
Of all expectations.
Of all expectations.
And to make friends.
And to make friends.
With that part of me.
That part of me.
That is here.
That is here.
To be different.
To be different.
It is time.
It's time.
To let go.
To let go.
Of needing to fit in.
Of needing to fit in.
And to allow my authentic self.
And to allow my authentic self.
To explode.
To explode.
And grow.
And grow.
Now.
Now.
Whoa.
Thank you, Jazz. And thank you, everyone. It's so powerful to do it together. It's like, thank you very much.
All right, so 37 is now 98, 99. We're all vibrating 100%.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you all. Anybody like anything? Any last words to say?
Can you hear me?
Yes, Marianne.
I forgot to mention vitamin C. Please, everyone, get some ascorbic acid and load yourself up with vitamin C. That stuff kills anything, and it brightens your mood. And don't forget to take your shoes off and go and stand on the ground for 5 minutes and let Mother Earth's energy go up into your body. Grounding is very important at this time. Thank you so much, everyone. I love you all.
Thank
I'm
you.
so happy that people come together to make change. Be the change you want to be. Be the change you want to see. Have a great day.
Thanks, Marianne. Thanks for joining us. So I'm going to officially stop the recording now.